Hello there everyone and welcome back. I like to think those matches weren't too terribly bad. They were tense with the Protoss mirror match with the early cannons, but I feel like I messed up somewhere there. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten the expansion set up as I was doing my attack. I should have seriously done an all-in and continued to aggressively warp in those stalkers and eventually just outnumber them. Since you would think with me utilizing Blink properly would give me a substantial advantage, especially if I position myself a little bit better towards the ramp. That way they would be stuck in a nice little funnel and I would get some free shots as the Celts and everything else try and run on forward. And then it would actually give me more space to blink backwards a little bit more. On top of a bunch of other things like a little micro move command shift you can do to kind of have the stalkers blinking one at a time, so that way most of my stalkers don't get left behind like what happened there also when I jumped up onto the ledge. A lot of little things I'm going to have to remember with the Blink Stalker play. But nonetheless, let's continue on. Alright, Zerg Mirror Match, Dreamcatcher, okay, I'm starting to recognize the maps. I don't need the picture to remind me, so I have a good sense of what to expect here, and I'm going to try remembering to use the mini-map to actually do my location hotkeys. That's what I'm doing now as opposed to using the overlay up top. That should make it a little bit smoother on the watching me just randomly go to different locations. Although I am a little bit late on this pylon, not a big deal. Yet. Famous last words though. Famous last damn words. Since I'm waiting for the gateway anyway, it's not a big deal. If I want to get the probe there, I'm not entirely certain what I should prioritize. Should I prioritize the gateway or the probe? Normally, it would be argued the probe's more valuable. If I'm willing to bet. Maybe not in platinum rank. Gain the aggressive, being able to... Well, I don't know what's the priority for platinum in all seriousness. Nonetheless, let me not think about it too much, it's just going to be distracting. One thing I'm tempted to try and do is withhold my second pylon for a bit.
Our pylon is under attack.
Oh. Really fast drone, what does that tell me? That is abnormally fast. So this tells me a really aggressive lane play, trying to weaken this down. Which is kind of weird considering we have a hatchery being built, so I don't know what to expect here.
Your probes are under attack.
Someone's really tenacious. Now, where's my probe? Okay. I was hoping to get my Nexus built, so that conveniently threw things off, didn't it?
Probes are under attack.
Just a tiny bit. And also, let's see. There we go. No real loss, it's just a tiny bit delayed. Now let's just pay attention to gas timing and all that stuff. That would probably be the important thing at this point, is to see when speed... I did lose my drone, I wasn't paying that much attention to it. That was weird. I know the early expansion is out, and now I gotta remember to get my pylon of my own, since I'm about to get supply blocked pretty soon.
Not enough minerals.
I don't like this wall-off position. I would need a pylon here, which I think I'll use my third for. I'm just not going to have one back here to hide my Stargate. Is a bit of the catch. That's the only downside there that I'm not liking. Since normally my second pylon's down here. So everything's a little bit thrown off, just only a tiny bit. And I'm not going to need that extra pylon for a bit either, so that's going to make it awkward if the Lings do decide to get tenacious and come on in. Nonetheless, let's get ready for... Well, actually, I just need to send one worker over here. Let's get building. We'll scout them in a moment once I get my oracles going. And that should be far enough back that it should hide it. A little bit tricky to say, and I don't really want to poke out. I didn't see gases, but that don't mean much just yet. Oh, I thought I rallied you. I guess that's not true. Either way, Chrono Boost is going to help there. Just going to get the depths building, get some sentries for good protection for later on too. And watch my pylon count again, since that's about to become a bit of an issue if I mess this up.
Yes, Executor. Where shall we march?
That might scare him a tiny bit. We just killed 2 Lings for free there.
The firstborn shall
To
persevere.
pile on just a few seconds early, but that's one I can live with at least. Now, how many lings are there?
We are of one mind.
Bit weird, but I'll take it. Let's keep building, get ready for my transition after this.
Give us your command. We serve with pride.
Oracle perceiving.
You see the Oracle? You see the brand new Oracle at that, so let's scare them.
Research complete.
Ire.
Someone might be trying to go for a Baneling bust of some kind. Oh, you're not in my group, is that why?
Where shall we march?
Oh well, we know what we're doing. Let's get the transition going. With that said, oh yeah, I have no pylons up here. That's a bit of the problem with this, isn't it?
We meet our fate.
I got 2 drones, probably not as impressive as it could have been, but so long as it's alive, I'm fine with it.
Omen.
And my, do those new skin look sexy. Damn it, what happened to... Oh, dang it. I was hoping maybe I had room for that. I didn't have the thing selected, or the sentry selected, so that's a bit of a problem there.
The firstborn shall persevere.
So far, not a huge issue. I have means to deal with this Baneling bust. Actually, I have really good means to deal with this Baneling bust. Why am I worried? I have the perfect weapon in the Oracles. They're limited on energy, mind you, but
How can I aid you?
they're perfect for the situation.
You seek guidance. The stars align.
Now, I gotta remember the whole position to use this properly.
Extrapolating strings.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Well, that was easy. Convenient kills.
An error.
I just need a Phoenix to actually kill these air units, since that's one slight oversight. But I'm really damn tempted to get expansion. I just wish my economy wasn't so screwed up right now because of this panicking that I did. So let's try and alleviate that some. And keep an eye out for trouble with that said too. That was a lot of resources though, so I'm still in good shape. I just wish I had done that better. Again, just not happy with the resource pool. And I could get immortals to help with that too.
I stalk through the storm.
Our window.
Now we're gonna go around, look for the third. Phoenix is just gonna deal with... Ooh, speed overlords. Ooh, that tells me something. He infested resources to get speed on those things, so I am worried about Baneling drops. That is a possibility that scares me a bit.
An omen.
Actually, why am I even trying to kill Spore Crawl? I got enough damage to kill all of them. And then kill this thing, for good measure. I think I just leave it there. It's a little bit of a waste of energy, mind you, but I'll take it. I don't know if it's actually going to kill it, which would be amazing if it could. Well, if they're killing queens, it's still just as good. I just am uncertain if I can do the damage needed. And this time, let's get some... Ooh!
Our pylon is under attack.
Okay, this might suck a bit.
Teleport successful. Not enough energy.
There! Still a little bit messy, but it pays off. Oh, I'm out of energy. Good God, 120.
Guidance.
Maybe I shouldn't have gone for
The stars
the dang queen. Well, I know the perfect way to deal with this, right? Maybe.
an
Although, you know the sad truth, these oracles are going to have the energy back in time.
extrapolating
Is it enough? Ah. Maybe I should have let it charge up a little bit more. I'm getting too aggressive for my own good. No, let's not get excited.
Not enough energy.
Yeah, everything's out of energy. Well, that stinks. There's only a few lings. I wonder if that was the drop I'm worried about or something else, mind you.
Not enough energy.
Still waiting for your energy, you cursed thing.
Upgrade complete.
Yeah, this is a bit sloppy, but we could still work with this. Now, where are my workers? Let's get them all set up. And actually, damn it. I did that wrong a little bit.
I return to serve.
There, finally, jeez. It was ballsy trying to use those things, and it almost paid off. I just gonna have to really understand how much time and energy it's gonna take to kill a hatchery with oracles, but that's still damn effective, mind you. I just gotta pay attention to any sneaky transitions. So just for the sake of it, I'm gonna have a couple of cans to deal with mutalisks. And I do have weapon upgrades, so...
The enemy has discovered us.
Are there? Okay, he has level 1 upgrades, so we're basically on equal terms. I don't have a substantial advantage. Storm's not quite done yet. Yeah, I don't have Storm, but I have Charge. And we got Charge to kill these things off. I probably should just kill this thing. I could probably just go kill him right now. He's focusing way too much on economy harassment for very little value. But with that said, let's fix this problem at the same time, shall we? We're gonna drain him. We're gonna... Oops, let's see.
Extrapolating strings.
Let's just kill these lings. Although this is kind of worst use of my lings, isn't it? Oop.
The enemy has discovered us.
Oh well, we know the hatchery's there still. I am losing my oracles, sadly.
An omen.
Just starve them out. And at the same time, might as well get some cans for good measure. It feels messy. I could do so much more here. Since our friend's committing to this. We're prepared, at least. Oh, and level 2 is about to finish. Perfect timing for this. I want to argue it's a perfect timing for this. Sadly, there were not enough zealots to kind of kill him off. They better off in a narrow choke point. But I think this is over. I have the cells here. They're on hold position. And... oh, you do have level 2 armor. So I was hoping for that one weapon... what is it? The level 1 advantage on my weapons. My cells could 2-shot these Zerglings as opposed to 3-shot, which makes them so much more valuable. And I never did use my Dark Templars either. Not happy with my crisis management since I should have continued teching. I had so much pooled resources, but this is still a win regardless. Our opponent just infested way too much on the aggression, and even though it did do a lot of damage, it didn't really do what needed to be done. I still had 3 bases that could have... well, I could have easily rebuilt all the workers that was destroyed in those harassments. Especially when our Zerg opponent only had 2 bases, mind you. I would have loved, though, if those oracles single-handedly killed the hatchery. And mind you, if I ignored the queen, I could have done it. It's just, again, a matter of understanding how much energy I'm going to burn in that process so I can make that kind of guess, since that was a bit of a gamble. And it left us with 3 oracles standing there just trying to do that extra little bit of damage. And taking a full 5 extra minutes longer than it needed to. Alright, Terran this time around. We're gonna see if I can deal with the Cyclone early aggression that Terran might utilize. Assuming Love Song here is even gonna be doing that. But that's what my mindset's gonna be prepared for, since that's gonna be pretty brutal and pretty important for me to figure out how to deal with it. And I said I was gonna look at the main map. I'm doing a bad job of it. In fact, I used the wrong hotkey. Even though it didn't really matter, I suppose, for my 3rd and 2nd, 4th base. Since I don't know quite yet which one I'm going to take for my 3rd. And I don't even need the gateway so much on the ramp, unless I'm worried about a very aggressive push there of some kind. And yeah, there's really no use to have buildings here, since it obstructs my cells more often than it obstructs them. But let's get started. Let's see what our opponent's up to. I'm itching. I'm hoping, secretly hoping, that they're trying for a Cyclone opening again. Although, the delayed one that we had before with the Marines in my last video is a little bit different from what I'm used to. I don't know if I want that, so just go with the standard 2 Cyclone Rush, please. That's what I want to practice and get the timing down for my robotics facility. And I might as well get a second gas with that said, since I'm going to need it for for stalkers and the robotics facility. I'm gonna need the gas anyway. And again, I don't need to sell it, so I can kind of delay on the pylon a tiny bit. Although I might as well build it now since I have the resources for it. Now, we see a gas going up. I did not pay attention if there's double gas. Oh, there is double gas, so this may be what I'm thinking. And this is without a doubt gotta be a Reaper, I think. So I'm gonna be making adepts, is what's going on here. So let's make our way out. If we don't see a Marine by this time, it's definitely a Reaper. And okay, it is a Marine. So you're more concerned with denying vision, is what that tells me.
Your probes are under attack.
So I can get away. Let's see, reactor. No reactor, no factory, at least what I can tell. Some kind of tech of some kind. Everything's delayed. I want to try and get away with the expansion. Well, I have a chance to. I don't know if that's a smart decision. It could be a delayed Reaper, since after all, I've been trying to compare it to like top professional plays on watching the tournaments, and of course, being platinum, that's not really going to happen, is it now? But it is what I'm trying to compare it to, which makes it tricky to make the best educated guess here. Since I didn't see a reactor there for like double Hellions or double Cyclones, so I should be able to get away with this. I just need a pylon now, and I need a pylon up. There's the delayed Reaper I was talking about. And at least it scares them off. I'm fine with that. Now, let's get our gas back situated. Get our robotics going. Because a Cyclone might get built really quickly here. Oh, nope, expansion. But there is gas being spent on something with the double gas. I want to shoot the Marine, or I don't know how I missed Micro that, but okay. And you shot at the bunker and not the Reaper, you cursed thing. That should never happen there, since the Stalkers kinda can go faster. There's the Cyclone I was worried about. Oh, I want the warp gate. He did let my Cyclone or Stalker go. I'm thankful for that, because the Cyclone could probably have hunted me down. Now we need a pylon down here for a shield battery really fast. Economy's good otherwise. Just a tiny bit thrown off since I am pulling gas and I need to know what to spend that gas on.
I am the voice. I am here.
That's the only catch there. I do need to start my teching. I do have morals come out. I might as well boost you since you're really important for this Cyclone if they decide to commit to an attack. Engineering Bay is really weird. It's for later game upgrades, mind you, so I'm gonna need my forges with that said. Get a second immortal, and I think I'll then try and get an observer out. So that way I can see what's going on. Since we already got intel of the expansion, it's just really weird going to high-tech play with an expansion. I could have probably just gone for an all-in type early play and punished them that way. If I had the foresight. Now let's get our Templar out. Be mindful of a drop. I'm gonna need my Stalkers for that, just in case. And hopefully, charge would be amazing for at least hunting them down with my Celts. They would serve arguably a little bit better than the Stalkers for dealing with like the Cyclones, since they still get a guaranteed hit in once they reach them with the charge. They just may not get to do a whole lot after that fact. And I need a shield battery. Kind of forgetting about this new building I've yet to utilize to its fullest potential. I did get an early expansion, my opponent even saw that, so maybe that's what the command center's for to an vague extent, was a reaction to that. Now let's get ready to try for some drop play. All the while get some storms.
Assault. de Templari.
And we'll see where that takes us. Also, it's important if I make myself aware of this pathing. I want to kind of go along where my probe went, so I know what route they might go if they're trying for a push.
I am the who state thy bidding.
Alright.
Research complete.
My research just finished. There's no way I could kill the dang medevacs, can I? Oh, I got one of them. Was it enough? Probably not.
Additional pylons.
I could have got them really lucky and killed the one that was full. I have no way to know. Nope. It was not the one, but I do have a shield generator to help. I want to argue that was good for me. It took a lot of my focus, but I want to argue that was really damn good for me. I don't know how true that is, mind you. Since I didn't really lose a lot of workers, and I killed a handful of his army for almost none of mine. So I'm content to try for this third.
Research complete.
Get ready to get myself situated, and probably get a couple of cans in preparation. Oh, I don't have forges. Let's fix that. I was talking about how I might need those for later, after all. Now let's check for third. I could probably play really safe if they don't go have a third at this point, or at least one building. Double engineering bay. I really need to get these upgrades my priority, since those Marines are really dangerous if they get ahead of me. Kind of like the same reason why I want. Ooh, can I harass this? I got charged lots.
Our minds run as one.
I want my warp prism to kind of be able to. I got away from my warp gates. Cursed things. Why can't I have like a million warp gates on hand that took no space? I asked this. Let's see. We'll see if we can do the damage necessary. These are my priorities to try and get caught up because I feel really behind on upgrades now. And now, let me play around with the idea of disruptors too. Hell, I almost wonder if charge lots are faster in my warp prism because of this. Come on, force a reaction. Not as much damage as it could have been, but... Can I? Oh, Widow Mines too. Can I kill that thing? That's worthwhile. It kind of killed... Damn it. Come on, Warp Prism. Damn it, I'm trying to summon stuff, you're not letting me.
You must construct additional pylons.
Bit of a waste, wasn't it? I burnt a lot of resources on that. But it's only minerals, too. That's about to finish. Actually, I should consider getting Colossus here. I'm more familiar with it, at least. And I don't know what exactly my harassment did there, sadly. I'm a little bit in the dark about that. That could have done a lot more damage than I realize. There, let's get rid of that too. That dang chat box is irritating and annoying. And we're supply block currently. At least my minerals looking good so far. I just gotta start getting them spending and we're okay. Also... Oh, I don't know why you're out there and I don't like it. Oh, that's probably... Let's get... Ooh, they're gonna... Are you gonna kill this for me? Please do. I don't quite have my armor upgrades, but... 2 Menifex kill for free, that's a big deal. I lost a lot of units, but they have no healing if I do this right. I want to storm and it didn't happen because I didn't actually have vision, surprisingly enough. But that was a huge victory. I'm content to continue expanding and continuing to get cannons. Because now, I have Devil Robotics Facility. And all the Menefacts are immediately gone too. I'm really happy with that there. Only thing that could probably screw me over is, of course, like, not matching my movement and just not taking advantage of this harassment. Since they're busy rebuilding, I could have done this attack earlier, actually. I'll get your attention there. You're probably going to have missile turrets, so let's not get too carried away with this warp prism. Ooh, we conveniently dodged the missile turret. Sadly, you're going to die, I think. Not much we could do, but this forces more panic. We checked the 4th. I think that was worthwhile checking. And you forced some Vikings, so I think we're done with the Colossus count for now. I just gotta make sure I get a couple Archons handy. And now we're gonna practice with our Disruptors finally. I just gotta get aggressive somehow. In all honesty, I probably could commit to an engagement now. Oh, I didn't want shields, I want level 3. Attack, mind you. Oh, my Warp Prism survived. Ooh. Oh, this is not actually as effective as I like it. My Archon saved my Colossus, but dang it, my Warp Prism conveniently flew into them. At least it scared them off some. And actually, I'm tempted to get this speed upgrade for the Observer, since I am missing opportunities to take advantage of that. There, this is convenient. I don't want my Colossus getting shot, mind you, but... This is gonna hurt, I'm sorry fella. I just accidentally made more Archons when I didn't mean to, but this is gonna hurt. Surprise! Disruptor bombs! And my Colossus is still alive as an even bigger bonus. I don't know what it is about Disruptors, but the more I use them, the more I'm in love with them. It adds a nice dynamic, I just gotta learn to control them properly is all. And keep an eye on my supply. I could probably just win this right now, so let's not get too complacent. With that said. I missed those Disruptor bombs, sadly. That I did not miss. Yeah, this is starting to become a little bit of a mess, but I think we got this. It's a mess mainly because my Colossus actually can walk up ledges, so their pathing's a little bit off compared to the rest of my army, so I wasn't expecting them to be such vulnerable targets. And I gotta remember I have very little anti-air since I'm relying on my High Templar and not Stalkers to kind of defend my base there, or defend against the Colossus, or defend the Colossus is what I'm trying to say. There's a lot to going on. I hope you can forgive me on that. Now let's clean up this mess. And I don't have a Warp Prism with that said either. A couple of Vikings will kill these things quickly, so I'm gonna have to back off now. Well, that's game. That was a fun match. I like to think it was a fun match. Since the harassment drop they did, thankfully I caught on to it as it was happening. The pylons were essential there, because at least the forward pylons, since otherwise I wouldn't have gotten those audio cues like I did to tip it off. And we didn't really lose that many workers as a result, so I'm really thankful for that. Alright, Zerg, Parasite. Let's see how this plays out as opposed to my last Zerg match. For I don't honestly remember what entailed that Zerg match that I had there in all honesty. I'm mixing up with some of my warm-up game type of Zerg matches that I had before, so I don't know what to think. Otherwise, I got a good number of rounds in before with all my previous videos, so I'm feeling comfortable enough as is. At least for now with Zerg. And I did have like a really weird match before this. What was it? Between the Terran match and this one now, so that's part of the reason why I'm feeling thrown off. That was a really weird one that's not going to be making it onto the YouTube video. Since my Protoss opponent was incredibly slow with their gateways, I basically had additional 20 seconds on them with just the initial gateway. They had went a Stargate and then didn't make any oracles. They just made Dark Templar right after that. It was a really weird match. I decided to cut that from the video. So that's probably why I'm really thrown off, because that match, if it sounds like I am anyway. And I didn't even want 2 gases with that said either. I want, since I'm going to be going with the Adepts. And I want to hold off on the pylon. I'm just going to remember to maybe build one behind my mineral line, or at least as far away as possible. In preparation, yeah, expansion just went down, but it's a delayed one. So I'm going to build the Cybernex core with that said. And no gas. Now I could build a pylon and the gas, but I need to get expansion up as soon as I'm able to, when I can afford it. When exactly would that be, since the Lings are able to be built right now? The pylon built. I want to get the Nexus. There we go. Here comes the Lynx now, so I need that Adept built ASAP. They're slow Lynx, so I'm not too worried. I just gotta make sure this gateway is built in time, that's all. That's the big thing. In case of like a poke maneuver, decide to just check and see what I'm doing is mainly it. And what I'm constantly building units is kind of tricky to do. Come on, there we go. We are set, nobody panic.
Glory to the day.
I wasn't really worried, but you never can tell if my opponent was tenacious enough, let alone the timing. Would have been really tricky to figure out too.
Where shall we march?
And the gas was really late. I would like to poke out with this one, Adept.
Let none give us your
Just go after it, do what damage you can, and... Did I get a second one? No, not quite. But that... I can punish this because of a lack of speed upgrade.
Yes.
I just gotta be smart with how I do this though, since I don't want to get too carried away, just in case. And I do need Stalkers as a way to kind of help deal with these Overlords a lot easier too. Since they're the only one that has really good damage against them. The Sentries can do it, but they're really slow and they're more, again, utility units as opposed to actual damage units. So not really the best choice for that reason alone. And that's... yeah, we're a little bit off on gas. Oh, that's why. I thought I had this grouped up. So I ended up canceling an Adept. Oh well, that's fine. Warp Gate's about to finish. Let's get building. There, thank you for the free kill. And get ready for the second stage. I gotta keep building workers if I'm actually gonna get a third expansion really quick. Or at least with the oracles. So we'll just go straight on through, keep an eye on supply, that looks good. And get ready for a transition. Once I hit the right buttons, damn it. Thank you. Have a good look at the glow of the oracle there. Nice orange, well not orange but purplish type of color to it. So you see it? That may not mean much, especially... oh, I accidentally turned on my beam. Not a huge issue yet, I got plenty of energy. Just a little unoptimal.
You must construct additional pylons. You have not enough. You must construct additional.
No, now I need pylons, go figure. So roaches. So what we see is the usual.
You seek guidance?
Alright, we're ready to make our third then. Just keep an eye out for all the little nuances, and I don't want to lose you.
Harmonized.
I just realized, trying to remember to get my dang expansion or pylons built. Oh well, at least I could continue teching. I guess there's that. Give me the minerals for that. And keep an eye out for these roaches. And ideally for a really aggressive fourth. And I saw I was making a... Oh, the Phoenix didn't have the resources, so it probably never built as a result. Nonetheless, let's get this third built. Get like a narrow choke point. That's kind of what that's supposed to serve. And these oracles are ideally supposed to help make it easy for me to know when the attacks are coming. If I micro them properly, that's the catch. And also keep an eye out for creep tumors to maybe snipe if I'm lucky enough. If I'm lucky enough. Since I don't see anything just yet. And your dang Overlord's a little bit late. Everything's pretty traditional anyway. So don't worry. You're just missing out on nothing there. I'm afraid to say, my Sergi friend. I just wish I had a Phoenix to kind of snipe these things.
The stars align.
Probably should have not turned off the beams preemptively, because they're really handy in this regard. Especially when you include an observer. I just gotta remember that I'm burning energy doing this.
How can I aid? Extrapolating strings.
Now this looks like a problem. Especially since I'm missing out on dang immortals, which I can alleviate this some by making a second robotics facility. Get the forges building. Build up some power because those Ravagers are going to be a pain.
Harmonized.
Actually, I should try and kill more of those tumors, with that said. And also, these Templars should just get merged into Archons, with that said too. I gotta be careful of burning energy, but these oracles aren't probably mainly used for actually killing units at this point. So keep that at bay, and keep building immortals. More immortals for my army, and lots of Templar to help with the Ravagers, since the Storm's probably not going to be as useful as it could be. Not, at least it won't be the top priority. Now let's get building some more. Keep this going. Gas is on good shape, but a single unit, so that's fine. Let's just keep an eye on what the Ravagers are doing.
It is destined.
There. We see what you're up to. Do we have enough immortals for this is the big question. Well, at least I can protect myself some. I'm going to use this bomb to try and help in that regard. I don't need to commit to an engagement, though. And I gotta remember, I have you. More pawns. Go figure. Bane of my life.
The threads of fate lie bare. How can I aid you?
Our minds are as one.
I was hoping for more Archons, but this will do. It's an awkward placement, though, but at least my flanks kind of protected some from that with that stasis bomb. We're doing good damage. Let's just spawn more units here to help protect this, because now I'm getting isolated because of this. We can clean this up. Let's just not have the probes triumphantly join, okay? That would be an idea. Oh, I thought I had level 2 going. Guess not.
An Aerodine worship.
Okay, that was pretty good. I just don't like my workers are part of this army. So let's fix that, shall we? Ideally. There, that's a little bit better. Just a little bit. And I still have this to protect me.
An omen.
Now, Observer, I think it's time for you to get spotting in case of another attack.
Harmonized.
Since now I want to try and get a 4th. Maybe a little bit questionable.
Let us begin.
I return to serve.
Now, we do need to deal with the fact he's seeing everything right now.
Return to serve.
I dealt with the attack. I got to get my economy back in order. Or at least ready to fully saturate. Since who knows what kind of attacks. Like, these creep tumors need to die too.
The stars align.
Teleport successful.
So let's get started with that, shall we? Okay, I think I can recall. This will have to be cancelled though. Actually, I don't need a recall.
Mineral field depleted.
Not yet. I just got way too many resources now. So that means more immortals, with that said. And let's get ready for carrier potential play.
Discovered us. Na-Zuk-Tai.
Well, you're getting corruptors. That's kind of maybe a tell.
We shall stand against the dark.
We meet our fate.
I think that's a potential tell. I just need to see where I'm going now.
Un orkai atu.
Upgrade complete.
Can we at least get ready for this transition into carriers, I guess?
You require more Vespine gas. I return
Since those corruptors mean little right now, so by all means,
Shall stand against the
I will happily engage this.
The window is short.
Un orkai.
Since they don't really do anything right now. I just wish I had a warp prism, come to think of it, so that's a bit of a problem there in that regard. Yeah, again, these roaches those corruptors are pointless. I just gotta make sure I kill them, potentially.
I return to serve.
Yeah, just kill these things. Yep, Brew Lords, I knew as much.
My challenge.
Come on, Archon, just kill these things. It's a bit of a waste. But let me at least get these carriers going, right?
Mineral field. You require more Vespine gas.
Oh, I need more gas. Really? Oh, I just spent a bunch of it, didn't I?
Presence. Our cannons.
That was a bit of a waste. I threw away a bunch of my army. It was good damage, but was it really worth it? Probably not. Where am I? Why is my gas not being used? I probably need that 4th earlier, didn't I, for the gas? So Brew Lords are being built. I have carriers. No, I did.
Mineral field.
This is a whole new world for me here. Oh, I got like 8. No, I have a bunch of immortals. Never mind. I thought it was a little more problematic than it was, but
Upgrade complete.
let's get the gas since that's going to be most important.
Research complete.
Let them have their Brew Lords. I need Warp Prism still. That's kind of like a big thing that it failed to do.
I feel your
And maybe get these carriers out. They'll deal with
field depleted.
these Brew Lords really well.
Carrier has arrived. I key. Vespine geyser exhausted.
I have carriers. Let's just keep them building. I don't know how many carriers I'm gonna need for this though.
Depleted.
Especially with my lack of upgrades. And I need all the gas for the carriers too, which is a bit of the problem, so I'm not going to have any Tempest. Or not Tempest, but... I'm not going to have... Oh, there we are. Just kill them. This is a bit of a weird match too. Just a little bit. Kill them all. And I don't want you units to die, ideally. Maybe I made a mistake grouping them all to the same unit, mind you. Kill the Hydras, kill the Hydras. Yes, thank you.
Mineral field depleted. Upgrade complete. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
Not enough minerals, really? I guess I'm gonna lose because of that, am I? Yeah, and the carriers are also taking up my space or economy as well, to be fair. If I had the... It was looking promising, but I kind of screwed up, I think, is what this tells me. I need my 4th earlier because I'm running out of minerals here. So in the end of the day, I just got starved out, didn't I? Which is where the aggression should have came in. I thought I was doing a good, decent harassment, but... Carriers were a little bit slow and I had no Warp Prism. That would have been perfect. I think I lost simply because of a lack of Warp Prism there. Not being able to reinforce the army. I didn't even need carriers for that push. I just had to have my units be able to be reinforced to do that killing blow. Since the Broodlords would have been nothing, I could have killed them right there. Well, that stinks.